Nobody has the truth totally, but there are some things that are plain. Like in Scripture, it talks about sodomy being an abomination. Marriage being between
it also says that you can sell your child if someone rapes them to make them honest and pure.
Where does it say that?
It's in the Old Testament.
No, it's not.
It is.
No.
It really is.
It really isn't.
It really is.
It really isn't.
Okay.
Show me.
We can agree to disagree. Okay.
No, I mean,
I can look it up for you.
Do it.
Give just a second.
God said, or Jesus said.
But see, here's the thing. It's not about religion. It's about the law. The reason that people are here today is about the law. It's not about religion.
Courts don't make laws.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Legislatures make laws.
Okay, there's two different kinds of law. There's statutory law, and then there is legislative law from the rulings of the higher courts and the appeals courts.
Statutory laws and legislative laws are the same.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
I'm in the legal field. I can promise you that they're not. You can have laws that come derivative from rulings of appeals courts, right? And that's where we have the Supreme Court rulings. That's how we have the Supreme Court of the land. That's where the
U.S. Supreme Court cannot make law.
And then we have law that comes from statute, right? So they can make precedent.
They make statutes through legislation.
Yes, but then we have laws that also come from court hearings, from the appeals courts. We have precedent that is set, and when the Supreme Court makes a ruling,
not one law comes from a court.
The problem is that you're not listening to the right people whenever you're talking about that. That's wrong.
Where in the Constitution does it say that courts can legislate?
The Constitution has the supremacy clause, right? So under the supremacy clause, it says that if federal law or those court rulings from the Supreme Court differ from the state law, then the Supreme Court, the federal courts, the higher court, is the one that's in place. And that's part of the checks and balances of our judicial system.
Supremacy clause.
States, and then there's federal. And federal will always overrule states if the states are violating federal law.
Yeah. The supremacy clause does not give the U.S. Supreme Court.
That's exactly what it does. Like, that's the point of it. That's the interesting. That's the most amazing part. That's like the ultimate check and balance. Like that's it. That's the check. That's the checkmate.
That is not the.
That's how you get the king. That's how you get the queen, or however you play chess. Because I don't play chess, but I mean that's the way. That I'm grateful to live in a country where we can have this conversation and no one dies. But I also wanted you to know that in addition to being a lesbian, with 3 amazing children who are on the honor roll.
You didn't get the children through your...
Actually, I had them from a man from before.
Right.
And then I realized who I was. But how I got my children isn't the problem. The thing is that I have children, and my children love me, and I'm an amazing parent. But more than that, I think, is that I'm also a military member, and I'm not here on behalf of military, I can't be. But in addition to being a woman and a person with thoughts and feelings, right, and rights. I have rights under the 14th Amendment of the Constitution.
We all have rights.
But also, in addition to that, I am standing here letting you know that whenever I leave here, I'm going to go back to my car and I'm going to put my uniform back on and I'm going to go back to work and I'm going to continue to defend your right to stand here and hate me. Because that's your right. But I want you to know that there are a lot of people out there like me who are dying and defending your right to have these views every day. And you may have well served. I'm sure you did.
Sure I have. Yeah.
Right?
In fact,
in addition, my wife, LGBT people, and you just
and I fight for our country every day. We fight for our country every day.
So do I.
I never got to say what I wanted to say.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. Jesus said, do you remember that the Creator made them male and female, and He told them to leave their father and mother and cling to their wife, and the two shall be one flesh. And 2 lesbians and 2 homosexuals cannot be one flesh.
And that's your opinion. Based on the book that you enjoy.
The Bible says.
Okay, and that's your opinion. And here's the thing, I have many LGBT friends that read the exact same book that you do, right? And they understand that there is the Old Testament and there's the New Testament, and there are a lot of things that people choose to ignore in the Old Testament, right? Because they say, well, that's antiquated, and clearly we're not going to people in the street.
That's not true.
I don't hate you.
But you're going to hold up a sign that asks me if I have AIDS yet.
Right. Do you?
I promise you I don't. I get my test every year from the military, so congratulations.
Yeah.
No AIDS, yay! It's good.
Many homosexuals do get
Many straight
AIDS.
people have AIDS as well.
Yeah, well, those that fornicate, those that are living in rebellion to God heterosexually, will get it also. You can't get it when you have a marriage between one man and one woman for life. That's what God.
Well, what about a woman and a woman? They're also not going to catch it. Do you know how hard it is for lesbians to get AIDS through sex?
Yeah, well,
It's super difficult.
yeah, but the thing is that you don't have
So
one
does that
partner.
make gay men worse than lesbians?
You don't have
because
one
they
partner,
have
though.
AIDS?
Yeah,
I do. I have one. I've been married to her for 2 years, and we've been together for 5. And we don't have any outside relations. Because another misconception about the LGBT community is that we're out in the streets just having sex with everyone that's around there. I promise you that's not the case. There are just as many promiscuous straight people as there are promiscuous
Well, I believe
lesbian
that. Yeah, I mean,
so then that conversation, we can immediately take that out of the argument because it doesn't apply because there are people on both sides.
Bible says
What about divorce?
fornicators and adulterers and homosexuals, sodomites. It mentions it includes them all under the same
Sodomy can also
umbrella.
be considered what? Oral sex? Does that mean every
Right.
straight person who engages in oral sex with their spouse
Right,
is
they're
also going
engaged
to go to hell?
They're also
Are they
engaged in
also
sodomy.
sodomites?
God did not design it that way.
I'm so sorry, man. What a horrible love life.
The reason you don't get AIDS is because your seed, lesbian seed, is not wasted, but homosexual seed is wasted.
What about my eggs? Are they being wasted?
Yeah, well, God has a plan and a purpose for your life and for the life of your children. Those eggs are not your eggs; they're His. Okay? You are His. Your body is His, and you belong to Him. But if you're living in rebellion to Him, you're not.
Well, I'm just going to leave you with this. We're obviously never going to agree. I love my wife. We don't sleep with other people. My seeds, my eggs, they're not wasted. I am a wonderful person. I'm an amazing parent, and I've been in the military for over 13 years defending your right, just like you did as well. But I want you to know that now the face of the military and the face of the future will be to defend everyone's rights, not just those with these beliefs.
Our military is going to be defeated.
I have to tell you the truth. We love you.
Okay, and you know what? I love and respect you to tell you my truth.
We don't hate
The signs say differently, but I want you to know that I don't hate you as a person.
One certain act,
and I
not
forgive you for your awful
all
views
the
of me.
measure of
Have a good day.
intimacy with someone that you're committed to in a right standing before God. That means you're committed to God as well. It's a 3-part relationship, not just a 2-part relationship.
We'll get our stuff together.